The resurgent Detroit Lions, hungry for respect, roll into Jerry World to face the star-studded Dallas Cowboys. It's a clash that could shape the playoff race, and I've got the inside scoop on how to bet this game of the week. Stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down why this Lions vs. Cowboys Showdown might just be the most exciting game you'll watch all season and how you can potentially profit from it. Whether you're a die-hard fan or a smart bettor looking for an edge, this is one prediction you can't afford to miss. Let's dive in. Hey there, Cowboys Nation! Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We're diving into one of the most anticipated matchups of NFL Week 6, the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. This clash of titans has all the makings of a game of the week contender, and we're going to break it down from every angle. So, buckle up, football fans, because we're about to go deep into the stats, strategies, and betting insights for this epic showdown. First off, let's set the stage. The Lions are roaring into Dallas with a chip on their shoulder and something to prove. They've been the underdog darlings of the NFL this season, surprising critics and delighting fans with their gritty performances. On the other side, we have the Cowboys, America's team, looking to defend their home turf and prove they're still a force to be reckoned with in the NFC. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of our prediction, let's take a moment to appreciate the journey both these teams have been on. The Lions, under the leadership of Dan Campbell, have transformed from a perennial basement dweller to a legitimate playoff contender. Their offense, spearheaded by the resurgent Jared Goff, has been clicking on all cylinders. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, despite some early season hiccups, have shown flashes of the dominant team we know they can be, especially when Dak Prescott is in his groove. Speaking of quarterbacks, this matchup gives us a fascinating duel between Goff and Prescott. Goff has silenced many of his critics this season, showcasing pinpoint accuracy and improved decision-making. He's not just managing games, he's winning them. Prescott, on the other hand, has had to weather some storms, including questions about his consistency and ability to perform in big games. This contest provides the perfect stage for both cubes to make a statement. But as we all know, football isn't just about the quarterbacks. The Lions' rushing attack, led by the dynamic duo of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, has been a revelation. They've been gashing defenses and opening up the play-action game for Goff. The Cowboys will need to be disciplined in their run defense if they want to keep the Lions' offense in check. On the flip side, the Cowboys' offense has its own weapons. CeeDee Lamb has been living up to his first-round pedigree, making circus catches and turning short passes into big gains. And let's not forget about Tony Pollard, who stepped into the lead back role with aplomb, showcasing his ability to be both a bruiser between the tackles and a threat in the passing game. Defensively, both teams have their strengths. The Lions' front seven, anchored by Aiden Hutchinson, has been relentless in pressuring quarterbacks. They'll need to bring their A-game against a Cowboys offensive line that, when healthy, is one of the best in the business. For Dallas, Micah Parsons continues to be a game-wrecker, capable of single-handedly derailing an offense's game plan. The Lions will need to account for him on every snap. Now, let's talk about the coaching matchup. Dan Campbell has won over Detroit with his passionate, no-nonsense approach. His bite-their-kneecaps-off mentality has permeated throughout the team, giving them a never-say-die attitude that's resulted in some thrilling comebacks. Mike McCarthy, meanwhile, has been under scrutiny in Dallas. While he's had success, the pressure to deliver a deep playoff run is immense. This game could be a pivotal moment for both coaches in shaping their season narratives. As we look at the betting lines, this game is fascinating. The Cowboys opened as slight favorites, but we've seen movement as sharp money has come in on the Lions. The over/under is set high, reflecting the offensive firepower on both sides. But before you rush to place your bets, let's dig a little deeper into some key factors that could sway this game. First, let's talk about home field advantage. A T&T Stadium, the house that Jerry built, can be an intimidating venue for visiting teams. The Cowboys have historically performed well at home, feeding off the energy of their passionate fan base. However, the Lions have shown they're not easily rattled on the road, having already pulled off some impressive away victories this season. Another crucial factor to consider is injuries. Both teams have had their share of bumps and bruises, and the injury report leading up to game day could have a significant impact on how this matchup plays out. Keep a close eye on practice reports and be ready to adjust your bets accordingly if any key players are ruled out. The weather forecast is also worth noting. While a T&T Stadium has a retractable roof, the decision to open or close it can affect game conditions. A closed roof could benefit the passing games, while an open roof might introduce wind factors that could impact kicking and deep passing plays. Now, let's talk about X factors. For the Lions, rookie tight end Sam Laporta has been a revelation, providing Goff with a reliable safety valve and red zone target. If the Cowboys focus too much on shutting down the Lions' wide receivers, Laporta could have a big day. For Dallas, watch out for defensive back Darren Bland. He's shown a knack for creating turnovers, and in a game that could come down to the wire, a timely interception could be the difference maker. As we approach our final score prediction, it's important to consider recent trends. The Lions have been covering spreads at an impressive rate, while the Cowboys have been more inconsistent against the number. However, Dallas has shown the ability to explode offensively, especially at home. Taking all these factors into account, I'm predicting a nail-biter. I see this game coming down to the wire, with both offenses trading blows throughout. In the end, I believe the Lions' balanced attack and newfound resilience will be enough to eke out a victory on the road. My final score prediction: Detroit Lions 31, Dallas Cowboys 28. For those looking to bet on this game, here are a few tips. Consider taking the Lions against the spread, especially if you can get them at +3 or better. The over also looks tempting, given the offensive firepower on both sides, but be cautious. Big games like this can sometimes start slow as teams feel each other out. If you're into prop bets, look at overs for both quarterbacks' passing yards. I expect this to be an air raid type of game, especially in the second half. Also, consider Amon-Ra St. Brown's reception total. He's Goff's favorite target and should see plenty of volume in what could be a shootout. Remember, always bet responsibly and never wager more than you can afford to lose. Sports betting should be fun, not a source of stress. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What's your prediction for this game? Do you think the Lions can pull off the upset, or will the Cowboys defend their home turf? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth NFL analysis and betting tips. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload.